Welcome back, guys. So right now, I want to design business cards and letterheads. Like I said, you could use your search box to do any of the designs you want to do. So you could look for a business card from here, and you would see different templates you could replicate to create business cards. So you could see from here, you could create different business cards from here. As you could see, you could easily replicate any of these designs if you want to. So you could create a business card from here, and we have a whole lot of templates, free templates, paid templates, front and back. It depends on what you want to create. This is a very good business card. It depends on what you want to create, like I said. So you could use any of these. So this is a very good business card as well. Let's try to use something like this. And I'm going to try to click on this template. I'm going to customize this template. So you could easily customize that template for a business card. So let's look for a letterhead. You know what letterheads are? It's just to send letters for an organization. So you could create letterheads. If you are creating a full brand guideline, these are things you need to create. So you create a business card, you create a flyer, you create a letterhead, you create a logo. So right now we have different letterheads as well that you could replicate. These are premium versions, these are free versions. So you could use one of the free versions for yourself and try to replicate it. So we have something like this as well. I can just customize these templates and I will have that customized to my own taste. So we have letterheads and business cards. So right here you can change whatever the business card dimension is. You can change the whole design, remove the elements you don't want. So I'll remove this, and I have a blank page right here. I'll remove this as well. So we have something like this, and you could just leave it this way. So what I'm going to do is just to redesign this. I'm going to redesign this. So we have something like this. I could bring in a background. I could just say construction. Let's say this is a construction company. I could just type construction right here in the elements, and I'll type construction, just look for a good background. So here I have photos. I could just take any of these photos. I could just bring this in. I could bring something like this in. Then I can replace my background with that. Replace background with that. Then I could reduce the opacity if I want to. Reduce the opacity this way. So we have something like this. Yes, and this will not be looking bad for a business card. I could just bring in the Safford and Co. So we have this front as our business card. Then when you look at the back, you can recreate this as well. So however you want to recreate it. This is the name of the person, and this is the manager. You could input an image just to show the person's image, but it won't be necessary for you to do that. So we could bring this in. This is the logo. I could just duplicate it, Ctrl D, and I'll bring it in here. So we have something like this. I can just create something like this. I can create an effect like this, and I could make it look more transparent. So I could just reduce the transparency to something like this, and we have this. So this could be reduced. You can change the fonts. I can change the font to something like this, something not looking bad at all. So I could change the font. I change to something like this as well. So let me look for something more subtle. Yes, I love that. And this manager will be smaller, will be way smaller. So I'll change the font as well. I'll change to something like this. No, let me change to something like Arimu. And coming back here, you could change the uppercase. It's just uppercase. I could change it to lowercase. So we have something like this, a manager, and we could just make it smaller. So we have something like this. I could just make it an 8. I could make it an 8 or leave it at 10. So we have something like this, manager, and the name and the manager could just come here. We could just make it smaller like this. Yes, we have that, and that's the name. So we could make this old text. We could make all these tests smaller. Let me just make them. So I could delete the ones I don't want. Let me just delete the ones I don't want and try to recreate what we have here. So we could just highlight this. Let me just highlight that and make this smaller as well. Let me make it another font. Let me make another font. So it could be a remove, and let's make it smaller beyond what it is right now. So I could just click on this, and yes, I'll just do something like this. So we could have something like this. This could be reduced. The transparency could be totally reduced, and yes, so we have something like this, and yeah, we could start that. So we could just input something like a rectangle. I'm just trying to recreate this card. I'm just going to input something like this, and we could have something like this here. So this could be somewhere here, this could be somewhere here, and this could be somewhere here. So we have something like this. I could change the color to like a yellow this way, and this would come in right away. This could come in this way. So we have this, and I'll change the color. So let me change the text color to something like, sorry, Ctrl Z. Let me change it to something like this. And here we are having a layer problem. This layer is over the text. So all I have to do is to just do this and look for layer and show layers. So we're going to see our layers, and this is covering all this. So I'm just going to bring this way. So we have this over this right now, and we could change the background. We could swap it over. This will be dark, this will be this, and this will be yellow. So we have it this way. So we have it swapped, and here we have the business card being redesigned to suit what we are going to have. So we have something like this. This is the manager, and this is the phone number. So you could just create more icons. Let's say you want to put an icon like email address. So I could just look for mail in the element, look for mail, and you'll see the mail icon. So I could just see all and choose from the free icons we have. So I could choose from here. This is a free icon, so I could choose from here, and I have this. I could have this reduced the way I want it to be reduced. So I could have this reduced this way, and I have this. I'll just change this to like this, and we have something like this, which is not looking bad. So I could just bring this in just to suit what we have here. So what's the, as you could see, this is an image as well. So we could just reduce this. So we have something like this, and that will be our mail. Our mail can come in. I can duplicate this by using Ctrl D. I can duplicate this by using Ctrl D. I'll use Ctrl D to duplicate that, and I have this right now. So I'm just going to input my mail. I can say Kerry Pet Rakis at Safford.com. So we have something like this. I could just increase this. I could increase this right here, and here we have this designed. So we have a business card right here. Look at what our business card looks like right here. So we have this. I could rename this and have it downloaded. I could rename it to like a business card kind of thing. I could rename it right here and have it downloaded. So I'm going to click on share, then have it downloaded. So I'll click on download, then I'll change it to like a JPEG. I'll change it to like a JPEG right here, and I'm going to download this right away. We have that downloaded, but right now I have it downloaded and it's going to be in zip format, so I can extract all to extract that out. So I'm going to have this extracted. So I have this extracted right now, and here we have the design right here. So we have both designs right here. You could see this is the front of the business card, and this is the back of the business card. So we have it redesigned, and that is what we have right now. So I could just rebrand this letterhead. You could just rebrand it to suit something like this. So I could just bring in this. So let me just bring in what we have downloaded right now. So I'll just bring them in. So let me bring them in and have it uploaded here. So I could just bring it in right here just to have a color perception. So I'm going to just bring it in. This is the back of the business card. So I'm just going to change the whole color from here. So I'm going to have this, and yes, so we are going to have the colors change. So I'm going to just come here and change the color from here. So we have this will be the major color. I'm going to change all. So we have that change. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy the logo. So here is the logo. I'm going to copy it from here. Copy. I'll bring it back here and I'll paste it here. So I'll paste here. So we have the logo pasted, and that will be reflected here. So we have something like this here, and the name of the company will be Safford. So it's going to be Safford and Co. So we have this Safford and Co. You could just remove this. So this will be the logo, and this could come here easily, and we could have something like this for a letterhead, and you could just make it a little bit smaller, and we have something like this. This could be like a 12, so it will not look bad that way, and we could just make this come this way. So we could have something like this, yes, and coming back here, we could have something like this. I could just bring this Ctrl D. I could change this to like the color we are having here right now. I could change it to like something like this, and I could make it bigger this way. And would transparent it. So I can just make it transparent and have something like this as a letterhead, and I can just increase this. So we have something like this. This could come here. So this could be something like this. I could just make it smaller this way. So we have something like this, and yes, we can just group this. I'll group this, and we could just bring it somewhere here. It is on that left side, and we could just bring in the address. The address could be here. It depends. So you could just bring something like an image, a text. So I can come here to add a text. I'll just say address. I'll say address, and our address will be right here. The address will be right here. I could change this to Arimo. Since I'll be using Arimo, I'll just search for Arimo right here. And here is Arimo front. I'm just going to change it to Arimo, and I'm going to have it bolded. So our address could come there. We could just give it an 8, or we could give it a 12. So it's not looking bad that way. And I'll have it right now as a 12. So we have the address here. The address line comes here. So we have that. And this could be, oh yeah, so this could even be coming up here. So we could just highlight all this. This could be highlighted. Let me just make this come this way for now. So let me just highlight all this. So this could be highlighted, and we could take it up this way. So it comes here. So it fits into our address to know where this is coming from. So we have this, and you could bring this in. As you could see, we could bring it in anywhere we want to bring it in. So we could have something like this, or you have something like this, and we are good to go right now. So we'll be able to create a letterheaded paper. So you could download this as well as letterhead. You'll be able to create a business card. So I'm going to share, and I'm going to download this as a PDF, or you download as a JPEG, depending on what the company might be needing. You could send both format as well. So I'm going to download this as a JPEG, and that will be able to create our business card, and we'll be able to create our letter-headed paper. I hope to see you in the next lesson where we get to mock up this. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.